The TMR gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio. The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Hazel, and Markki. Join the TMR gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1, time for the top 10 for today. And we are live on Facebook.
Facebook.com/RX931. We're also on YouTube Live and Twitch TV. Saying good morning to Lai and Y. What's up to Krister, who says, Hazel, kaya pala ang tagal mag-CR? Yep. No, actually, because there was a line when we got there. Hello to Joey, who says, good morning to all the rushers in Team Army. Chico, Markki, Hazel, lipad na kayo dito sa SG.
Hala.
Yeah. Good morning. And what's up to everybody in the comment section as well?
All right. So we've got our top 10 for today. The first one. Let's thank Rudes Antonio for the topic. Why you should date Pinoys. Let's start off number 10. From Simply Nedge, mababaw lang kaligayahan ng mga Pinoy. Pakainin mo lang ng quick. Okay na. Actually, no, yung ano natin, yung concept kasi natin ng merienda/tawid gutom, parang we have that, like, of course, Westerners have snacks. Pero iba yung concept natin ng tawid gutom and merienda. Parang it's like a meal but not quite a meal and medyo heavy-ish. Like we don't consider...
It's very
very carby. Very...
Pansit, diba?
Kasi pag Westerners, when you say snacks, candy, like that kind of thing. Tayo more of like siopaw, siomay, burger. Yun ang merienda sa atin, yun ang snack sa atin eh. So, yeah, I kind of get it. Number 9 from Rudes Antonio. Masyadong sentimental. Malalaman mong gusto ka talaga ng isang Pinoy if pinapahalagahan niya anything na bigay mo, no matter how small it is. Like you keep mga souvenirs, keepsakes. Kaya ang clutter din natin kasi we don't throw away anything.
Yeah, especially pag bigay nga sa atin. So, yun naman yung pag mga souvenirs sa mga wedding. And
yes.
Like,
I'm such a hoarder too.
Yeah.
Parang people, syempre you kind of feel bad naman to just throw it right away, diba?
Yeah.
Dahil gumastos din yung couple for that. So, buti nga ngayon nauuso na the giveaways, the souvenirs are more
or consumable.
Practical.
Yeah.
Usually
Minsan
they will
consumable.
just like give you like
exactly.
cupcakes or any, yung mga ganun na parang consumable na lang para at least pag naubos na you can just dump
just
them.
remember the flavor of the food that was given.
Yeah.
Right. And number 8, coming from Jimin's girl, dating or having a relationship with Pinoys is like having a buffet. You'll be able to experience different traits, mannerisms, cultures, beliefs, and food. Diba they were saying
True.
that nga, it's so hard to peg us kasi we're such a melting pot of different cultures. Parang there's nothing na parang like super originally Pinoy. We usually got our traits from the Spaniards, the Chinese, the Americans. Medyo ano tayo.
Parang may source pero like we just make it our own.
Make it our own. Totoo.
But how about the original? Diba? What would you call those letters again? The original
Alibata.
Isn't that authentically
Oh
Filipino?
yeah, that's ours. Nobody else
That's ours, right?
uses Alibata except us. Kaya nga 'di ba sa UP ang ganda yung ano nila Alibata. So
Madaming
sa graduation.
nagpapatattoo ng alibata.
Yeah,
How
it's
many
nice. It's
how
so
many
nice
letters ba are there sa Alibata?
Kasi, ooh, I don't know. Pero a lot of people actually learn how to write in Alibata.
It's taught in school.
It's taught in school na.
Yeah.
What?
It's always been taught in school. What are you talking about?
Not during our times. Hindi kami tinuruan ng, I mean, we learned of it, but not to write it.
Oh, we did.
We never were taught to write it. But more like an intro to it. Like, ito yung A, ito yung A, ito yung ba, ito yung
Oh,
Ka.
you never
yung
actually...
to practice
we did,
writing it,
we
we
did.
never did. Never. Or at least, not that I remember. Not that I remember.
We did for a subject. I guess history or Filipino maybe. I'm not sure which
Maybe.
Or maybe because it was history for you, but it was during his time.
That was,
Hindi pa kami,
their way of
dapat,
living. Yun
their-
yung letters na ginagamit nila
Diba?
talaga.
hindi pag sumusulat ako ng liham. And then,
Nakaalibata.
nakaalibata pa ako, di ba?
Liham, hindi
Oo.
lihim.
Iniirog kong person.
Person friend.
Iniirog
Person
kong pating.
Hindi, balyena.
Ay, balyen.
Iniirog kong
Ay, pating.
balyena.
Ano bang pating? Shark?
Shark. Iniirog kong infantang
Sanggol.
sanggol.
Oh, infanta.
Anong infanta?
Quezon. Infanta Quezon.
Sanggol na balyena.
Balyen ng sanggol.
Balyenang sanggol. Yan.
Tawang-tawa ako sa message ni Juice Blanc. Markki, you passed araw ng wika this year.
Yeah.
Nga.
Actually, no, hindi ka namin na-torture during August. We should have.
Well, yeah. I somehow passed through doing this play, I guess.
Number 7, from my alter migo. Ang lambot ng dila natin. We can mimic accents to a T. Depending on who we're talking to, within minutes, we start sounding like them. We can sound very American 1 minute, Oriental the next, then switch to Kanto or Konyo if
True.
needed. Mahilig tayo kasi magganon, and we love mimicking. I have to say, siguro we're probably in the top 5% mimics in the world in terms of race. Number 6 coming from Genshin.
Wait, what's Rambo saying? It's not alibata, guys. It's baybayin.
Baybayin.
Baybayin pala.
I don't know. What's the difference?
Isn't alibata like...
The written?
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
sure.
know.
What's baybayin again?
Isn't baybayin the ano? Aren't
Let's Google it.
kasi I did a movie before where there were some
It's the same. It's the same.
It's the proper
baybayin
term.
or alibata.
it's the proper term daw, sabi ni Nathaniel.
Mm.
Wait, does baybayin have something to do with, I know it's very far, but babaylan,
I don't know. Babaylan is like
The
diba,
witch.
parang their priestess.
priestesses, right?
Oh. There you go.
Oh, see, the term baybayin comes from the Tagalog root word baybay, which means to spell. For many years, the script was incorrectly referred to as alibata, based on the arrangement of another alphabet system, Arabic, in which the first letters are alif, ba, and ta. So, maybe that's why alibata pa yung natatandaan natin, because maybe when it was taught to us, like in elementary, it was still commonly referred to as alibata. Kasi that was what it was known as for the longest time, but according to this nga, incorrect yon. So baybayin is the actual term for
Oh, wow.
it. Yeah, but it's the same thing.
We learn
Okay.
new things every day.
Super. As in, I'm today years
See,
old.
I still remember that letter. Yung parang upside down heart. That's the yeah, we literally would alam mo yung may test kami na isusulat mo yung mga yan. You have to memorize it, like how it's supposed to. Yeah, how it's written.
Okay. Next up, number 6, coming from Genshin Impacto. We have unique ways of enjoying coffee or chocolate drink. Hindi lang iniinom, pinapapak pa.
Yeah, when I was little, I used to like that.
I know people who papak
Milo.
Also,
Milo, Ovaltine,
yung ano,
Swiss Miss? No. Parang
powdered
weird
milk.
naman.
Powdered milk.
Powdered milk, yeah. Oh my God,
Mga birch
yeah.
tree,
Sobrang
mga...
Angkor. Ay, ano yun?
I used to papak, tang.
Ew.
Yeah, the powder. It's good.
No!
Yes! Oh my gosh.
That's
yes.
so sweet!
Oh, it's so good.
Chico,
I wouldn't.
how do you
It's so
papak
good.
the tang?
Hindi Hindi, pinapapak mo as powder.
Kaninong tang? Tang.
Tang. Yung
Okay.
internet connection kasi medyo.
Sige. Internet connection,
Tang.
pero magkatapat lang
Sarap.
tayo.
Masarap yung tang.
Ay, ang sarap. It's so
Mm.
good. That's so good.
Ang weird mo naman. Never
Talaga?
nag-dawn on me na isubo yun.
Ang sarap kaya.
Even the smell is so like...
It's
No.
too sweet.
overwhelming.
It's too sweet
so
for
good.
me.
Kasi there's the a little bit of tartiness and a little bit of sweetness. Try it.
Mag-candy na lang.
Try it before you comment. Try it. It's so good. Ang
Oh.
sarap kaya.
I don't kasi buy powdered juices anymore eh.
O si Nero, pinapapak din daw niya yung tang.
Really?
Yeah.
But
No,
remember, it was such a thing. Like when I was a kid, like very uso yung tang.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's still uso now. It's
No,
just
I love tang. It's just too sweet for me. You know me. I like things very.
Ako din eh. Like when I grew up, alam mo yun, nag-change na yung gusto ko. I prefer like sour OJ. Yung nasa
Yeah.
in a bottle.
I like
So,
freshly squeezed.
yeah, freshly squeezed.
Ako.
Or yung mga organic na.
Hindi, I mean,
legit na.
obviously. Pero yung of the powdered instant whatever.
Variety.
I enjoyed that. Ano yung favorite niyo na powdered milk? Na pinapapak? Not as a milk ha? As
Bear
a,
Brand. May Bear Brand na diba powder?
Actually, ako kasi birch tree.
I don't think I've tried birch
It's
tree.
good. Tsaka
Alam mo
nido.
alam
Tsaka
mo,
nido, masarap din.
Nido.
Nido's okay, actually. Yeah.
I buy the Bear Brand powdered milk. Until now, sometimes kapag may avocado and I want to eat yung dessert avocado style na lalagyan mo ng ice, lalagyan mo ng evap, and then lalagyan mo
Sprinkle
pa
with
ng powdered milk on
milk.
top. Oh, it's so good.
Ako, when I was younger, my milk was Promil. Promil.
Pro milk kid.
Oo. Hindi, pero parang
From
ano na
a
yun eh, di ba?
child.
Parang infant ano na yun.
I know.
No, because like
Until
after that, I
Meron na
never
rin
really
pang ano.
got into powdered milk.
I
Again.
like powdered milk.
But like, well, yeah, I guess Alaska din. I'm okay with that.
Right?
Everyone
Ay,
has
ano,
their own.
Ako favorite ko yung, hindi man favorite. I mean like naalala ko lang. Yung one of the very first commercials ni Leia sa Longga. Clem.
Milk backwards,
Yeah.
slim.
It was a thing. It was an actual milk brand.
I think inabutan ko
Clem.
pa siya when I was
Yung
little.
Clem.
Clem. Parang
Yeah,
I
si
remember
Leia
that.
yun. Leia Salonga. Clem.
Milk backwards.
And also, number 5 from Jon Snow White Wolf. We might just be, quote, average compared to foreigners. But when it comes to, quote, pre-game activities, we are among the best. Mala League of Legends.
Yeah. Chico has told me. I've heard from Chico.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Parang we don't tire easily.
Yeah, like literally, that's why we have some of the best gamers, diba?
Yeah.
Because they play all the way until 5 a.m. They don't sleep. They just focus on the prize.
Yes. Except for Hazel.
Why?
Because she doesn't like that.
She's tamad.
Not when it comes to games. I can stay up all night playing games.
No, it's okay. Hindi,
Okay.
yung
Depends.
pre-game nga, yung pre-game.
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 Uh-huh.
Pag ako yung recipient, yes. Pag ako yung...
Okay.
Post-game. Post-game. Ako gusto ko din ng mga
Honestly,
post-game.
Ako, hindi ako ma-post-game, honest.
Ako ma-post-game
Mas
ako.
pre-game, grabe.
Bakit what do you mean post-game?
Kasi gusto ko like, tama na.
Ako gusto ko ng post for example, sa Pokemon, sa main series. After the pre-game and the game, there is after the Elite Four. And then you get to collect all of the Pokemon, you get to explore the Isle of Armor, other places in the game. Post-game.
Ako kasi, pag tapos na ako dun sa main game, sa Pokemon nga, ganyan. Ano na ako? Ligo, tulog. Kasi ayoko na nung marami pang...
Yes. So that's why whenever Chico's finished with his game, he'll give it to me and I'll finish the post game.
Oh,
Oo,
ikaw
kasi
ikaw
pag
na
post-game, like,
Binibigay niya sa
uwi
akin.
na ako. Like, ihatid mo na ako, uwi na
Yun,
ako.
ganon.
Tapos na yung laruan.
Mm.
So, magsiuwi na tayo sa kanya-kanyang bahay.
Kailangan maligo, lagkit-lagkit. Hindi kasi
Hindi,
pag
maliligo
naglaro ka-
muna bago umuwi.
Hindi, yun nga,
Makiligo
kaya
ka
nga.
muna, diba?
Oo,
Sa house
maliligo.
ng friend mo, ganon.
Mm.
Yay, Serena won, by the way.
Oh,
Okay, there
okay.
you
So,
go.
that's good.
Good job.
Good job.
And also, number 4 from Camilo, a Pinoy is fiercely loyal. Just look at the longevity of any of the major fan clubs. Barangay Ginebra, Vilmanians, Noranians, Kathniel. Yung parang hindi tayo ma-jump from one fandom to another. And usually if you're a fan of one brand, whether it's a celebrity or a team,
Loyal
parang
ka.
loyal ka na talaga. And it's not like you're not going to like others, right? Pero you keep your fandom.
Yeah, very me. You know me. I
Ako,
jump from like
same.
one obsession to
Diba?
the next. But it doesn't mean that hindi I like them any less. Yung mga hindi ko flavor of the month. Diba?
Tapos parang should they need your support, you're there.
I'll be there, yeah.
Totoo.
That
Yung
is
parang-
true,
oo.
actually.
Maganyan tayo. Like, we're very loyal to. And what we do
Kasi
is,
sentimental nga kasi tayo. Parang,
we add lang. But we never replace.
mm-mm.
Yung pwedeng maging stand ka rin ng ganito, pero yung original mong gusto, you hold on to it, di ba?
Hello, Pokemon. Ako, since I was 12, I've
Yeah.
been loyal to this one game for my entire life.
Or
Right?
like, PA, diba?
Oo. Kasi,
Forever.
Loyal.
Forever.
kahit may mga Graham crackers na, may PA pa rin.
Okay. As I was saying, okay to greet someone lang. You remember Rena Suter? Hello.
Oh yeah, hi Rita.
Apparently they're in Virginia now. Hello.
Virginia,
Hello.
And
where
they're-
my family is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Your parents
My
are
parents,
from
my
Virginia?
sister, yeah.
Oh, wow. They're from there?
Oh, so hello to you
West
guys.
Virginia.
Long time no here.
Take me home.
And hello to Tex.
Oh, I wonder where in Virginia.
I know, right?
My fam's in Fairfax.
Okay, FYI, Rena's husband, Tex, is like my classmate.
Si Rina, before
Oh.
binabother ko pa siya pagka meron
Right?
akong mga network concerns.
Ako din. But yeah,
thank you, Rina.
hello, long time no hear. So nice to hear from you. Northern Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Alam ko yung di ba yung song yung West Virginia,
Virginia,
Mountain
take me
Mama,
home. Country
take me
home. Country home.
roads. Country roads.
Country road, take me home to
The
place.
place where I belong.
West
Hindi ako
Virginia.
na-inform. May mga cowboys pala akong kaboard.
Mountain Mama, take me home.
Take me home.
Oh my God.
Country road, Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, relatives too in Fairfax.
Cool.
Fairfax. Oh my gosh, yeah. Also, biglang
Bakit may accent ka
country
bigla?
accent.
Are we
na ako.
gonna do the Western accent for the rest of the show? I think it's gonna be quite interesting.
Parang hindi naman ganyan magsalita yung mga nasa Virginia.
Hindi ba?
Parang Texas yung accent nyo.
Hindi
Kasi,
ba pare-pareho
well,
yun?
Virginia, at least where my parents are, is close to DC.
But why is it
Ah.
a country song? Country road, take me home to place.
I guess like
Maybe West Virginia.
Maybe West
specifically.
Virginia. Maybe from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang naging,
Ano ba, usher ba to o cowboy?
yeah. Number 3 from Goldine. Why you should date Pinoys. Sulit lagi ang pakain mo. Walang matitira sa mga in-order dahil itatake, iti-take out para sa...
Take out? Take out!
Ano yung take
Sir,
out?
for here po or take out?
Take out.
Ano
Take
yung
out.
take out? Okay, let's do that
Alam mo,
again.
delikado sa labas. Take out na.
Take out. Take kare. And, okay.
Chico, take care ah.
Yun nga, take kare.
Take care ah.
Take kare, tol. As I was saying, sulit lagi ang pakain mo. Walang matitira sa mga in-order mo dahil iti-take out para sa family. Hindi lang yung kadate mo ang nakadate mo, in a very indirect way, pati family na rin nila.
Minsan family, minsan sa doggies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Number 2 from Tony Stark. Why you should date Pinoys.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Going
Snow
on.
bear at pineapple juice lang. Sakalam na sa amin. Lamig at tamis. Yeah, I heard.
You just pair
I
them,
heard.
right? So after you drink that pineapple juice
Pineapple juice earlier.
earlier, and then
Preferably much earlier.
you take the snow bear
During
what?
During pagkailangan mo na ng sweets.
Diba? So like so that when you finish eating and drinking your pineapple juice and you meet other people and you start to talk to them,
Oh, you minty fresh.
minty fresh, like the drag queen.
Like the drag queen. Okay, so yun.
There we go. So now we know.
The best. And the top, why you should date Pinoys, comes from Maxim the Winter.
Maxim the Winter says,
Hindi lang kami masarap magluto, masarap din kaming kumain. Alam mo yung totoo yan yung pag Pinoys kasi, pag nasasarapan sa food, like kahit busog ka,
kakain.
nakakagutom sila panoorin, kumain. And parang I don't know, there's something about Pinoys, like they're so good kumain, 'di ba? Parang like
Experts. Pagdating dyan.
Sabi nila ako daw,
magaling kumain. Masarap kumain.
masarap kumain. Kasi parang nakakatakam pag nakita niyo akong kumain, lalo pag gutom ako and I seem like I'm really enjoying my food. Parang ang sarap ko daw kumain.
Pag nakikita ko naman kasi yung kinakain mo, talagang nakakataka.
Umorder ka ng sarili mo. Para
Damot! Damot. Mamanifest ko ulit to.
That's why andyan pa rin.
Manifestation works!
I know, right?
That's why andyan pa rin si Baby Whale, no? Magaling kasi kumain. Kasi magaling magluto si Baby Whale.
They complement each other.
At saka alam mo
That's
yung
why.
may ano yan? May consuelo?
Lagi bang ganun? Lagi si Baby Whale yung nagpapakain, tas ikaw yung kumakain.
Diyos ko, pag ako nagluto, parang good luck. Baka kailangan meron tayong Gaviscon o kaya Cremeles. Pag ako yung nag-attempt magluto.
Alam mo, because it's always you na pinapakain ni Baby Whale, dapat meron ding magpakain kay Baby Whale. Parang I volunteer as tribute. Kasi nagluluto din naman ako so...
Hindi, ang question,
Kakain.
kakainin ba niya? Hindi, alam mo, feeling ko kakainin niya kasi,
Iba-blindfold ko siya.
kasi masarap kang magluto.
Hindi,
Lalo na pag
iba-blindfold
pasta.
natin siya.
Lalo na, pareho kayo dyan sa al dente. Gusto rin niya al dente.
See?
Mm-mm.
Perfect. Ako nang bahala.
Ay. Sabi ni Krister, I agree. Kare-kare lang ang pwede nating i-share. Tsaka sisig.
Grabe kayo.
Yun, pwede nating i-share.
Dadamot!
Mm-mm. And also,
That's the top.
hindi, also, it's time for me to wrap it up. Yun yung sasabihin ko Hindi mo ako pinatapos.
We have to go on break. Oo.
Hindi mo ako pinatapos. Yun yung
Tapusin mo na
sasabihin
kasi
ko.
nawuwiwi na ako.
Sige, game. And the top, and there you go. If you want to join.
Tawag dyan karma.
If you want to join us for the top 10 why you should date Pinoys, go ahead and tweet us, twitter.com/RX931. Please include hashtag The Morning Rush and hashtag why you should date Pinoys in all your tweets. Ayan, Japat, yan si Markki, hindi pumunta.
Well, it was for all of our safety.
Sige. Okay. Merong wee.
Tama ka?
Bubulwak na daw si Hazel. Sabi ni Emerson. Okay. Markki, ang sarap nung sisig na kinain namin.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
From where?
Manam.
Oh, the best. I love Manam
so
Sisig.
good.
Oh,
So crunchy and with rice
it's so good.
and we ordered
my
kare-kare.
God.
Oh my gosh, ang sarap. Ah,
Sayang. Next time.
ang sarap, ang sarap. Oo,
Manam Sisig is the
super.
best. I know, I've had it before. It's masarap.
Tsaka yung susunod, pag meron daw dapat lalatag na sa table, no? Lalatag sa table yung sisig,
Mm.
yung kare-kare, tapos si Markki.
Ay.
Oo, kasama ka sa putahe. Okay.
Yeah.
G.
From what I hear.
From what you hear. Basag. See? Sabi ko sa iyo talented yung dila ko.
I can't do it. Din, I don't have an alternate. I only have an understudy. Meaning if I get sick, that's the only time I'm not going to perform for Mula sa Buwan. So that's never going to happen because I'm going to be knocking on wood on a regular basis.
So your understudy studied under you?
No.
Okay.
Actually, yes. Because he had to follow me.
Like how you
He had
attack
to shadow
the
me.
character.
Yeah. It has to be exactly that.
Okay, that's a legit question. If you are somebody's understudy, do you attack it how you would attack it if you were the lead, or would you attack it the way the actor who is the actual lead
This is
would
something.
attack it?
This is something I found out very recently.
Okay.
There's understudy and there's the alternate. Understudy is someone who takes over if you get sick.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily top billed.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to follow exactly your steps.
Okay.
Because, well, that's what they're paid to do. They have to play your role. They have to play how you played the role.
Okay.
Alternates have their own attack.
Parang you're on equal terms.
You're on equal terms.
Kumbaga, sometimes you will do the show, sometimes I will do the show.
Yeah, and if I do it,
and I am independent of your.
yes, and if I do it, you have to follow how I do it. You have to respond to me how I will deliver the lines. And if the other person does it or I do it, then you have to respond how accordingly as well.
There you go. I always thought it was the same thing.
And like for us, understudies are usually people who are also in the cast. Meaning they play other roles.
They play other roles.
Like, for example, my understudy is the character who plays Maximo. And his understudy is Khalil, one of the other actors. Gab has an understudy as well, who's Mitzi. And Mike's understudy is John, the guy who plays, the other couple? The cute one.
Yes.
Yeah, he is the understudy of Mike. Si Tato, yeah.
And
Gabriel.
Yes.
Gabriel's understudy is Mia. So like we have people who take over our roles if something happens to us. And because of the pandemic, lots of things could. So fortunately, we've all been good so far because like we really don't go out. Just stay at home.
Merjo says, Markki watched the Sunday night showing of MSB. You were so good and so funny. So glad we watched it.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm so happy you came and supported. There's lots of people were over there, and it's just really sad that we couldn't say hi to everyone. Diba normally may mga meet and greet.
Yeah.
Bawal na ngayon eh. For that reason, diba, understudies, just in case. Hello, Joseph the Dreamer, diba? The first weekend. They were basically our guinea pigs. Because, they, like, if you don't follow protocol one day, you're effed.
Oh, see? Kasi we were deciding after the show ended, we were like,
should we wait for Markki or
hintayin
something?
ba natin?
But then we were
Parang
like, but isn't he coming in next week? So, doon na lang tayo magkita-kita and
magpa-picture
mag-usap.
tayo kay Markki. Ay, co-host nga pala natin siya.
We have access.
Actually, ako nga in my head pa, bukas,
So sabi mo
bukas
nga bukas
magpo-Pokemon kami.
magpo-Pokemon naman kami. I'm like,
Nag-usap na kami.
Magkikita
sabi
na
ko, grabe
kami.
naman yung energy ni Markki. May time pa rin to Pokemon.
Yeah, like literally did the whole day Pokemon
But
and
then
then
again,
straight
siguro
to...
it's good also to have that, no? Para you can at least get out of that
Yeah, and it,
character
it
for a
actually
little bit.
calmed me down. Because the first day when we performed for you guys, that was our first audience. So imagine doing the show every day na walang nagpapalakpak. We just relied on our instincts. So we
Favorite-
didn't know it was funny or if it wasn't funny. And then when we tested it on you guys, we were like, how are we supposed to... Are we supposed to stop now for them to...
So many people were
Laugh.
laughing actually.
Eto nga.
Bentang-benta. But okay, I have to say, my favorite part was your matatapos din number. Like, oh my God. I was like, friend ko yan. Co-host ko yan.
Aww.
Ang galing. Grabe. So good.
Ito sabi ni Mayi, ang cute-cute mo, Markki, sa play. As in, it was so adorable. Ako, favorite ko yung Harana sequence.
Yeah.
Tawang-tawa ko.
My friend also said, ang cute-cute
The
mo.
Harana part.
Which one?
Yung kakanta, yung first time niya
Iniibig kita.
yung dukdukan ng ganda.
Yung...
Yung nag-aagawan kayong
Yung
dalawa. Ang cute.
Tawang-tawa, ang cute-cute
Ang
nyo.
cute nyo.
Kayong tatlo.
And by the way, my friend Rai also watched it and she said, grabe, naalala ko tuloy yung crush ko kay Markki years ago when I watched it.
Ay. Tapos sabi naman ni G, I think, isn't this G? Our G who won?
Yung popular G sa
Our
mga
popular G, sabi
thirsty
niya,
rushers.
that was hands down a play full of soul and heart. Nox! Ay, yun, di ba?
Yeah, it's the cool thing about it is it's, you know how there's a lot of jukebox musicals nowadays
Yeah.
that are getting really big. Like, I mean, no shade against them, but they're just it's such great plays, and people usually watch it because they know the songs originally from, let's say, Ang Huling El Bimbo, Rock of Ages, some of the best bands in the country. But this musical is like a musical that comes from the playwright. The songs are written and arranged by, well, si Mike and Pat and just us, and it just feels like Broadway,
Yeah.
our Philippine version of Broadway, where we're able to really take the time instead of doing the usual 3 weeks rehearsals. We had 6 weeks to really get the characters right. I mean, initially, it was like, ang tagal naman ng proseso nito. But apparently, that really does flesh out your character much more
Yeah.
than the 3 weeks that you normally get, which was great because we were able to really work together as a group and really just, mold that show to be what it is now.
Sabi ni Mayi, naluha daw si Butter Baby. Abang
Ha?
nanonood.
Naiiyak pa pala si Butter Baby.
Oo.
Kala ko may sabat, parang bato na rin si Butter Baby.
Number 7. Yung ating bato count. Number 7. And sabi ni Merjo, nag-gets ko na yung point ni Hazel about Markki's butt. Nasa second floor kami and his puwet should be its own main character talaga.
I told you!
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Oh, so happy that a lot of you guys came to watch. Iniibig kita. Iniibig kita.
Mm-mm.
You know what happened on the Sunday show? So they decided, okay, since you're coming from the province, like some people were like provinciano, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, provincianos don't necessarily have to be quote unquote poor.
Yeah.
My character is not a poor provinciano.
Mm-mm.
So I'm from Bacolod, technically. So they were like, okay, let's add a bag. So I'm like, okay,
Okay.
fine. Where do I put the bag? And they're like, just put it next to the proscenium. I'm like, okay, cool.
What's the proscenium?
The front part of the stage.
Yung kung saan yung line. Yun.
Yeah. Well,
Yun.
I mean, not that stage, not the small stage, but our very own proscenium.
Okay,
like
okay.
our, you know how there's like something that covers the stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought alam mo yung OG stage noon, yung meron parang where may ulong nakaano doon na taga ng lines pag may nakakalimot. Remember that?
Oh, well, I mean,
What do you call that? That little yung nung old
Shakespearean
version ng-
times. Yeah,
Oo,
that's
na-
exactly what they were. Diba, there was a time in the play where the actor in the play within the play
Within the
forgot
play,
the
yes,
line,
yes,
so
yes.
ask
Oo.
someone for their line.
Right.
Anyway, so okay, so I put the bag next to Priscilla. Nandito na ako, lugar ng mga bayani, blah blah blah, and then I moved the bag to the side.
Mhm.
The fog machine made the floor very wet.
Oh no.
And I've never been to that part of that stage. And that was the only time I slipped.
Ooh.
But this is, let me show you my recovery. Drop the bag.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Parang nag-split lang ako sa floor. It was the
Para ka
funniest thing.
para ka nag-death drop.
Parang nag-death drop na ako.
Wala lang, nagli-lip sync for my life
Sana
lang ako
nag-ano ka
dito.
na,
As Christian.
Oh, as Christian, di ba?
Ka. Oh my God. I just rewarded myself. I'm so happy. I just checked out the stuff that I've been planning to buy since last night.
Haba daw ng legs mo, Markki.
Hello. Haba talaga. Ng legs.
Is there
Hindi.
something I don't know? meron bang nangamagitan dito sa...
Ang ilong. Haba ng ilong.
Ang Cyrano. Mas
Yung-
mahaba yung kay Cyrano.
Tawang-tawa na din ako doon. Yung, what part was that? Yung kumakanta siya, tas ikaw ilong ka ng ilong.
Ilong. Dangal!
Actually.
Dangal!
Kakainis. Pero it was such a lovable character. Like doofus, pero lovable. Yeah.
Parang medyo
Yeah.
clueless siya pero bully siya pero cute siya.
Yeah, no, there was a time kasi like Mike was telling me, Markki, you know what? You should play it like, because he was one of the original Christians. So he's like, Markki, you have to play it so that I get annoyed with you. You can't play it like that. Kasi it's too cute.
Oh.
And I'm like, hello, counter text. If you play it like that, and I like flick your nose instead of kissing your nose or do certain things, that people are gonna think that I'm just an a-hole.
Mm.
And that's the last thing you want from someone who's playing dumb.
Tsaka there was this one part na, hindi man ito mga spoilers, pero like, there was this one part na kumakanta si Cyrano, tapos yung para kanta nga sa likod, sumasayaw-sayaw ka. Ang cute-cute.
Oo, yung hindi ka na kumakanta pero
yung parang like, nag-enjoy din siya doon sa likod.
sway-sway ka lang doon.
It was so adorable.
Yeah,
Ay, nako.
is a fun
Ay, ako,
character to play.
I would caution. Sabi ni John Sinai, nanood na ba si Tetet? Baka hindi makarecord. Feeling ko sasabog yun pag nanood yun tapos panood niya si Markki
Oo.
as Christian.
Yeah, and sometimes like it's interesting because like so they were contemplating for that particular scene, the West Side Story scene, whether I should wear a sando or a t-shirt. And then I was like, no, let's just wear a t-shirt. You don't really need to show too much skin. The less you show, the more
Parang the more you get to know the
character instead of just
personality
focusing
of the
on
Ay nako, Markki, may susumbong ako sa'yo.
ano.
Yung co-host mo. Sabi ba naman, na like parang
na
after pagdating ng intermission, ang unang bungad ba naman, did Markki bulk up?
Bortang-bort na siya doon. Hello? Even you said it.
Parang ang borta ni Markki ngayon. Ay nako, tina-thirst ka oh.
Di naman. Ang ano ko lang is parang
You know
anyway,
what?
hold
Like,
on.
Monster RX93.1, time for the top 10 for today.
But you were talking about mula sa buwan during our in-between, and we were just talking about Markki bulking up for...
you know what it is? Because that week of tech, Diba I have to climb a ladder.
Mm-mm.
So that takes a lot of power and strength. So the more you do it, the more your muscles start to get bigger. So I had to do it like 10 or 15 times one day. And the next day, I was like, wow, hey, my shoulders,
Your
my back, hey, what's happening? Because of constant repetition, it was like a workout. It's like a constant workout every day. So, yeah. And it's doing it while singing. So you're like seeing your shoulda, woulda, couldas while
Mhm.
climbing the ladder, and you're like, am I going to piyok? Am I going to piyok? Nope, I
Yeah.
made it to the top.
You will notice it when you watch.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where you don't have to go to the gym to get bigger. It's more of, having to climb that ladder.
Right?
Kung yung sa Angels in America, yung lower half mo yung yung pinagsisisipat namin. Dito sa Mula sa Buwan, it's the upper half. Kasi
Yeah.
it's like,
Oo. And plus, hindi talaga pwedeng lower half kasi nga, baggy yung niya. Yung...
medyo lang mapapala masyado. Pero may nakakita yung nag-message, diba?
Actually,
Yung
no.
comment. Napansin niya rin. So,
Yeah. Well, it's actually like, I think the first pair of pants is more family friendly. But the khaki ones are a little bit more kinder to the curves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got our top 10 for today. Courtesy of Rudes Antonio. Why you should date Pinoys from Solula Chris. For fellow Pinoys, wala lang, sabi nila, di ba, love your own. But I think, a lot of people, that's why a lot of people fall in love with non-Filipinos. It's also the novelty. There's something about like a different culture, a different language,
Yeah.
a different outlook in life. It's also fascinating, but there's also something comforting naman with, dating somebody of your own nationality.
who gets you? Because
gets
you have
you.
the same sense of humor.
Exactly.
You have the same background. So, yung references nyo make sense. Diba?
Right?
So, depende din. Ako personally, honestly, I've never fallen in love with, well, anyway.
You never fall in love with.
Alam mo,
No.
nag-trail.
I've never, personal preference ko kasi is also Filipino.
Right.
TBH,
Yes.
Pinoy. I like Pinoy. Or, at the very least, half Pinoy. So,
Yeah. Yung meron pa ring Pinoy.
yes.
Yeah, so you can relate to each other in certain aspects. Because sometimes when you're from different cultures talaga, it's like you have to find your common ground.
But it's also kasi physically my preference.
Yeah.
I've always been attracted to the
Yung very Pinoy looking.
Pinoy look. Yeah, moreno
Yeah.
and very like,
Actually,
that
ganun
vibe.
ka.
You know what, Sainzies? Me
Ako
too.
din naman.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And number 9 from Camilo, why you should date Pinoys? You will never be out of the loop because of Pinoy's relatives who will always provide you, whether you ask for it or not, with unsolicited advice, stories, gossip,
Sina
like
Tita Marites,
Tita Marites, kompleto lang.
Tita Maricon.
And number 8, coming from my alter ego, why you should date Pinoys, and this is so true, we look young for our age, to the point where some people can pass off as 36 when they're in fact 37.
Notice how ang bilis nung isa dyan, and this is so true.
And it is so true. Hindi, hello, yung basta. Like, basta there's this like, sige, never mind.
Ano?
You can't just do that. You have to. I keep telling you
Hindi,
this.
kasi merong, basta somebody na supposedly same age as me, and then, like, medyo, malayo, like, akala namin, much, much, much older. Kasi nga, like some people, especially if it's it's been a tough life, like, kunyari, very physical, yung life mo.
It takes a toll on
It
your
takes a
physical
toll on you
appearance,
talaga.
yeah.
Kunyari, you've been working all your life. Medyo makikita mo talaga yung bakas nung...
Parang weathered.
Yes. So, and it's the same thing with races. Caucasians. tend to look much older than Asians and blacks.
Oh, yeah.
Very true.
Actually, yun yung lagi nila sinasabi. Asians and blacks, parang we tend to look much younger
And
for
black
our age.
don't crack.
Yeah. totoo
Asian
yan.
don't raisin.
Actually, to
Totoo
a
yan.
certain extent, some of the Latinos din.
Yeah.
Ganun din
Although
sila.
depende dun sa yung look ng Latino. Kasi diba there are Latinos who kind of look Caucasian na.
Yes.
Yung
Oh my
halos mukha
God.
silang Caucasian.
Because the southern, for example, the southern Latinos, Chile, Argentina, the ones who are whiter, but we're talking about the ones, in our general area, near the equator.
Ay, ang the best yung mga tipong like
Mga
parang
Brazilian.
or mga parang Bad Bunny,
di-
ganon, yung mga ganon. Yung mga ganong look, parang I think it's like the perfect look, like Bud Band.
It actually happened! Na Bud Bunny siya!
Bud Bunny.
Bud Bunny!
Bud Bunny.
Bad
Bud
Bunny!
Bunny.
Oo, Bad
Ayan,
Bunny. Ayan,
karma.
tuloy.
No, I was
Bud
just gonna say,
Bunny.
remember, we were talking about a person
Yes.
while we were in the car nung papunta tayo mula sa Buwan.
Mm-mm.
And then you were like, tingnan mo yung like yung yung i-google mo tong name na to. And then I did. And then yung reaction ko was, my God, ang tanda! And then, and Chico was like, Hoy! Ano ko yan? Kabatch ko yan!
Who is
I
this?
see.
I was like, no, but I mean, look, ang layo naman kasi. And then I showed Chico the photo.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
even Chico
Kahit ako
agreed
nagulat.
Na parang, my God, oo nga. As in, parang like, pwedeng tatay ni Chico kung magpa-play sila ng role. Ganun.
Yeah.
Pero apparently, kasi yon super tisoy.
Oo,
Like,
super
may
Tisoy.
parang-
Like practically Caucasian.
Practically Caucasian. And yeah, ang layo nung itsura nila just physically.
And number 7, coming from KG, why you should date Pinoys? We like to celebrate versaries. Daysary, weeksary, monthsary, anniversary. So, ang dami nating celebrations. Well, if you like it. Some people kasi don't like
if you
it.
like it. Ako parang lang ako dyan eh. I only just take advantage of it when I need.
When you need it.
Mm-mm.
Number 6 from Melay Supergirl, why you should date Pinoys? Kasi malinis kami. Pandesal nga, hinuhugasan muna sa kape bago kainin. I'm not a fan talaga. I mean, I've
Same.
tried it so many times. Kasi nga parang,
Yeah, I
nakikita
don't
ko-
get it.
I
other
also don't like the
people-
I don't
consistency
understand
kasi.
it.
Like parang
it's soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nagdi-disintegrate siya pag
And
nabasa. So,
I have never gotten the appeal.
And apparently, I think it's the whole 3-in-1 thing. The 3-in-1
Yeah.
coffee that they
Yes.
like with
No, and I
the
also-
pandesal because it gives it that sweet taste. But when you put it with black coffee, it's just like,
yeah,
okay.
weird. No, but what I also don't like is because I can't imagine drinking the same coffee na pinagsawsawan ng tinapay
Yun.
because then it's gonna be like may mugmog.
Para siyang miso. Yung meron ng grains.
Mm-mm. Parang hindi siya masarap.
Number 5 from Pearly Shells. Why you should date Pinoys? You won't have to worry about growing old alone. Because Pinoys take care of extended family as well. Grandparents, uncles, aunties. Parang, alam mo yung concept of like, nobody gets left behind.
Oh,
So,
no.
Especially for the ones who don't have families of their own, usually they get assimilated into
Yeah.
the bigger families. And that's what I like about Filipino families. Yung parang you won't feel like you'll be abandoned in you'll be roaming the streets alone kasi walang nag-aalaga sa'yo. Parang, you know what I mean?
It's actually a double-edged sword.
It is
because,
naman. It is.
Because on one side, you're never going to be alone and people are always going to take care of you. But on the other side, you also have to take care of a lot of people.
Well, yeah. I mean, not necessarily like take care. I mean, pero gets, yung yung di mo lang pababayaan.
Yeah.
Para
No,
lang
but I
naman-
mean, you get me. Like,
Yes,
for
I
example,
get
you
it.
become the breadwinner and then you have to be the one to like spend and then you work really, really hard.
Mahirap pag ikaw lang.
And sometimes and sometimes
It would be good
you're
if
taken for granted.
Maganda kung medyo, alam mo yung,
Teamwork.
it takes a village.
Teamwork makes
Oh.
the
Yes,
dream
if
work.
it's a teamwork, G.
I know families na, kunyari, the relative will stay with Hazel, pero si Markki yung magfa-fund. Yung gano'n, yung kanya magkakapatid tayo. Parang, kay Hazel titira, pero si Markki yung everyday allowance, tas ako yung parang pag may mga big hospitalization, yung mga gano'n. Yung,
So parang lang siya. Parang toka-toka.
parang toka-toka,
So,
parang potluck.
Parang it's fair. Oo,
para
eh,
it's fair.
that's fair.
That sounds
Yeah.
good. Number 4 from Kitine Duenes. Why you should date Pinoys? Ay, nako. susunduin ka namin sa airport kahit anong oras. Mahilig kami dyan.
True. That is very
Tsaka yung
true.
kahit hindi ka kailangan, sasama ka. Kasi parang it's like a, yay, road trip, susunduin or ihahatid sa airport, everybody goes. Number 3 from Prince Kingsman, if you are a foreigner, I will guarantee you, our family will treat you like a king or a queen. Even a celebrity, you'll be famous sa village namin.
That is very true.
Di ba? Yung parang there's a tendency na yung even if they're not famous, just the fact that they look different, parang nagiging celebrity.
Yes. Lahat nagpapapicture.
Recently, I saw a tweet from an influencer. No. Random tweet nga yata. Nagulat daw siya kasi he was in India. Tapos may no. Ano siya? YouTuber.
Okay.
Tapos may nagpa-picture sa kanya. So, siya naman parang, oh yeah, sure. Tapos, feeling niya fan, di ba? So, sabi niya, so which of my videos do you like the most? Tapos sabi nung Indian, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know you. I just have never seen a white guy before.
Oh my God!
Because
parang may
nga,
novelty yung
may
presence
novelty
nila.
na parang, and he's not even like particularly great looking, but more like, oh my gosh, a white man. Yung parang, let me take a picture, because I've never seen one before. May ganon talaga. Meron talaga.
Ako naman over the weekend, like I was followed by all these blue check marks, and I'm like, the who? Mga Twinkie Doodle Doos.
Okay.
And then I check, and I'm like, 3 million followers, 5 million. I'm like, whoa! And they're like, oh, you did so well in this and that. And the other. I was like, these influencers, they're getting younger and younger, and thirstier and thirstier.
And talagang they're
So,
all
nagkaano
over
ba?
the place. Like sa MTV VMAs nga lang, like red carpet, ang daming mga tao na parang, the who? People were like saying, who's that? Kasi sobrang dami na parang, because there are so many influencers from all over the world.
Yeah.
And sometimes when they're not from your country, syempre di ka familiar sa kanila. But, when you actually check out their accounts, they have like millions. Grabe yung followers nila. So, yeah, they're everywhere.
So, naka blue check party ba? And next
Bawal yung mga ganon, but I'll send them over to your blue check mark if you want.
Number 3.
I'm sure baby will be very happy.
From Prince Kingsman. Sige, why you should date Pinoys. Ay, no, that was 3. Number 2 from Nero. Sa sobrang proud natin sa mga mahal natin, kahit mag-negative ka lang sa antigen test, magpapagawa pa yan ng tarpaulin to congratulate you. Pag graduation, pag natanggap sa college, again, just like an earlier entry, we like to celebrate. And it's like, we will celebrate you and your little successes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Why?
It's personally not for me. I don't
not
like
for you.
it.
You
You
may
know
surprise
me.
pa.
I don't like the whole like grand gesture, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
True.
I mean, I like big gestures, right? But I like it na parang just between the two of us.
Yeah.
Yung parang not like make a spectacle
Not
out of it.
public. Like
Not
grand
public.
gestures, pero public. Like for example,
Like diamonds, ganon. Like present me with like
a diamond
a
or
gold bar.
kung meron mang
grand
surprise,
gesture yun, diba?
yung parang dinala ka sa rooftop tapos nakaayos na siya. Pero kayong dalawa lang.
Yes.
Yung mga ganon. And the top, why you should date Pinoys comes from Jimin's Girl.
Jimin's Girl says,
Because just like a Korean grill resto, minsan romantic.
Minsan
Minsan
baboy.
ewan ko sa inyo. Lalo na itong mga co-host ko.
Yeah, minsan may ganon.
Well, that's actually preferred by a lot of people. Kasi you don't want it boring.
You don't want it to just be romantic.
Diba? Exactly. Ako
Oo
naman ang baboy
naman.
din all the time. Siyempre, you
Yeah.
want like a combination.
Yeah, sometimes you like chicken. Sometimes you like, baka. Not just baboy.
Oh naman, di ba? So, yun, mga ganyan.
Oh, what about us?
Sige.
Why you should date Pinoys?
Lahat marunong kumanta. I mean, like,
Can
even
carry
the
a
ones
tune.
who can't carry tunes still have a voice. Even watching Drag Race, you hear like literally this is the only season I think of any Drag Race from any show I've watched, Drag Race Philippines, where everyone can sing.
Yeah.
So it's Yeah.
Ako, why you should date Pinoys? Because I feel like um we're parang a lot of us are really romantics.
I
Yun
think
nga,
so
like
too.
sobrang like we love to love. I feel like we love to love. So we love the best. Alam mo yun?
Love to love,
Pag love natin, we
baby.
know how to make them feel truly
Yeah.
loved. So that's my entry.
True.
Sige, very feeling ko basically the same answer tayo. Ako kasi parang we still believe in love. Parang I think a lot of yung ang daming mga Westerners na yung parang it's more like, okay, while it's working, let's do it. No labels. Let's just, take every day,
A day at a time.
And it works. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but gets yung parang we still have that streak of that belief in love, in that old school love, romance, and everything that comes with it. And I think parang it doesn't mean that just because you believe in love, it means your head is in the clouds or madali kang lokohin or tanga ka sa pag-ibig. It just means you're giving it
100%.
a fair chance.
Yeah.
Na parang let's see, if it turns out it doesn't work, it's fine. But you know what? I will give it a chance. I will give it a try, and
I'll give it
tingnan
my
natin.
best
I'll
shot.
give it my
Hopefully it
best
works.
shot.
If it doesn't work, at least I did what I could.
Yeah.
So parang hindi masyadong, kasi there's a tendency sometimes of masyadong modern yung approach kasi sa relationship, sa dating. You feel like it's so far removed from romance.
Ito jaded na hindi.
Medyo jaded na siya.
True.
So ako parang I like that. I like that we're still very, very OG when it comes to that.
So there you go. Thank you for joining us, you guys. We'll do this again tomorrow. Catch us at 6 o'clock. Stick around. Nikki is up next. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.